Welcome back, everybody, and today is Tackle Tip Tuesdays. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do one last Tuesday. As many of y'all know, I do a lot of my videos, like tackle tip wise, from out here in my building, and it was just too cold. So until I get a heating situation lined out for out here in the building, I'll only be able to do them on kind of warmer days. So today's tackle tip video is I'm pretty much going to be covering a little bit more in depth of what I covered on the last video. In the last video, if y'all have watched it, and if you haven't watched it, please go check it out before you watch this video. We was talking about jigs and fishing jigs. Well, there's something I kind of I believe I didn't cover it, or I only talked about it for a minute. So I'm going to cover it in this video today, and that is still going to be on the jigs, but it's going to be more of how to, a lot of y'all probably already know how to do it, and if you don't, then I'm going to show y'all just to help you out a little bit. If you already throw jigs, you might not know this, and some of y'all probably do. But with that being said, we're going to be going over how to pretty much trim the skirt on a jig and your brush guard. A lot of times it can help the presentation of your jig. Sometimes a jig with a full skirt, as you can see right here. This is a new custom jig I got by my buddy Ryan, if any of y'all know him. He makes some pretty decent jigs, guys. So if any of y'all into, buying custom baits like I am, holler at my boy. He made these jigs right here. Nice little football jig there. But as you can tell, that brush guard, I mean, it comes out a mile long from that hook. And that skirt, it hangs down, full skirt. But a lot of y'all know that sometimes just trimming that skirt up a little bit will help the presentation of your jig, help you get a better bite or better action, anything. And as far as the brush guard goes on the hook, honestly, you don't need that full guard. You really don't. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you real quick on the guard part. Pretty much all you need to do when you buy a new jig. Most jigs you have to trim up yourself. I think there might be a few jigs out there that the companies have already, pre-cut the skirts, pre-cut the weed guards, to about where they need to be. But a lot of your companies don't do it, so usually it's up to you if you want to. So, as far as cutting the brush guard off of your jig, we're not cutting it all the way off, but cutting it, you can see right here how far it comes down, over the hook there. You want to leave enough just for when that bass gets it in his mouth and you hook it, that guard is still, pushing down on that lip, helping to hold that hook better in place. So usually for me, I'll put my scissors about right there. I'll leave about a few centimeters out from that hook point, right? And all you gotta do is just get you a good pair of scissors and just slowly cut that guard off. You see how much I'm cutting off there? And it varies in, the length of your brush guard that comes on your jigs. Some jigs will have a brush guard this long, some, try to keep it how you cut it. You want to keep it, as you can see, right there, just to where the end of it goes right down nicely over that point. To me, I feel like that's the perfect length to still keep, that hook, up in the fish's jaw, and also be able to help keep your jig, weedless. Because you still want to leave enough on there, like I said, to keep it penetrated into the bass's mouth. But you also want to leave enough for when you're popping it, dragging it cross bottom, round brush, whatever, that hook isn't getting caught up on, different structures down there. But for me, I feel right there is about the right length you need for a brush guard on a jig. As you can see, this is a pretty full guard right here. There's a lot of times your guard can be too thick, or it can be how this one is. You can see it's real narrow. Well, if you don't like that real narrowness, all you gotta do is grab your guard, a few pieces, just kind of pull them apart, bend them, get about half of it, bend it to that side, get a little bit more, bend it to that side, just kind of flare it out if you want to, and see, and there you go. Perfectly good little brush guard there. It's flared out to keep, you know, enough structure from not hitting that hook point, getting you snagged up, but also enough for when that hook goes in that bass's mouth, it's on it, you know. Now, as far as your skirt goes, you don't want to trim it too short, because you still want skirt on there for that presentation. But also, you want to cut enough off to where it makes, you know, your trailer show. But at the same time, you know, it also depends a lot on the length of your trailer too. So always, you know, before you cut your skirt, or unless you've been doing it for a while like I have and other people have, you already know basically about how far to cut your skirt. But most of the time, if you're new to it, you know, go ahead and pop your trailer on there and see how far that skirt, you know, hangs down from that trailer. If your skirt's longer than your trailer is, then yes, you want to trim that skirt up some. If it's not, and you feel like it's to still use a little bit, trim it up. Like basically for me, you see I got a full skirt right there. Basically for me, I'll cut right there, I'll cut right there, I'll cut right here, and right here, and right, well, a little bit more, right there. Now, you got kind of more of a little compact style jig. Your skirt ain't as full, and your trailer you got is going to have a better presentation, plus you're still going to have enough of the skirt from when it's down there. You know, when the water, that skirt flares out, when you're popping it, dragging it, that skirt's still giving it the action needed. Let's see, another little jig here. Here's another one. This is more of a football finesse style jig. You can see football head. It's got the skirt coming up to the tip. Your light wire hook. As far as this one goes, most of your finesse jigs in this matter are going to have the right size skirt. Most of the time when it comes to a finesse jig, I never mess with the skirt. I leave the skirt how it is, the length it is, unless I want to, you know, maybe flare the tops up a little bit. But you can see here, we're faced with the same problem. We still got a full-size brush guard. So once again, like I said, you want to see about where your hook point touches on that brush guard there. And then, like a minute ago, you want to get your scissors. Let's see, it's right there. I'm going to say about right here, about 1 centimeter. You just want to easily cut it off there. And then there you go. You got a perfectly trimmed brush guard. Still got enough to block the hook point from getting snagged on wood, rock, whatever, but still just enough of the brush guard there to help the hook stay in place in that bass's jaw even better. On another one here, as far as the skirt goes, I'm probably going to leave it like it is for now, because I'm not really for sure what, you know, trailer I'm going to throw on this one just yet. It can vary, but the brush guard is about where it needs to be, but for me, I want just a little bit more. So I'm just going to snip off just a few little ends there. No, it wasn't much, but that's perfect for me. Like I said, it can vary in what you like and how you want it. The skirt, I'm going to leave it, like I said, how it is. Let's see, one more. That ain't got it. Here we go. This one I've already apparently cut the skirt on, trimmed it up. But I guess I didn't pay much attention to my brush guard, or at the time, I didn't want to cut it. But now looking at it, I believe I do want to snip just a few centimeters off. Or millimeters, whatever that little amount is. I don't think that's a centimeter. Like I said, just easily cut it up through there. And there you have it. So, but yeah, this pretty much goes along with our last Tackle Tip Tuesday's video on how to, you know, properly fish jigs, what jigs are for what. You know, this is pretty much a follow-up video to that on, you know, how you want to make your presentation look, your jig and everything. And let me include this in here before I do actually forget. Most of your jigs, you can do this too. Now, as far as your, say, your chatterbaits or your swim jigs, I never, now personally me, this is me now, I never trim the skirt or the brush guard on my swim jigs And then most of the time a chatterbait, unless you get certain ones that actually has that 2 little points come out, you know, brush guard. You know, even my chatterbaits, I never really touch the skirt on or the swim jigs. It's totally up to you. But as far as your football jigs, your casting jigs, your flipping jigs, skipping jigs, whatever, you know, you can trim the skirts up how you please, do brush guard how you please. So, and like I said, if any of y'all are looking for some decent quality jigs, like I said, my boy Ryan, he makes them. He don't charge much. I think I got two for $6, I believe, or 2 for $5. You know, it's just your basic little jig, full skirt, pretty good size brush guard. He can make them in, I think, 3 different sizes. You know, band over the skirt. And I can't remember if he's using VMZ hooks or owner. I believe I can't remember which hook this is, but he uses one or two, and I've used his jigs a couple of times, and they're actually pretty decent jigs. I've actually caught a couple bass on them, and the hookups on them were good. The points are pretty sharp, so yeah. But hopefully this video here on how to properly trim a skirt and your brush guard helps some of y'all out that are new to jig fishing, or if you've already been jig fishing and just didn't know about this, hopefully it'll help you. Or if you're just looking for a better way to show your presentation off with your jig, hopefully this will help you. But if any of y'all have any special requests on you know, different techniques or tips that I could hopefully help y'all with, please feel free to, you know, comment down in the comment section, or reach out to me on social media, Facebook, Instagram. You know, my Instagram is the same as my YouTube channel. And then you can also find my Facebook through my Instagram. My name is on my Instagram. So, yeah, hope y'all like this video. And please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. Help us grow. We're currently sitting on 44 followers finally. So, that's kind of a big achievement to me right there, 44. I didn't think it would even get that far, to be honest. But a lot of y'all are actually taking interest in my videos, and that's what I do it for, is you guys. And here soon, I'm wanting to, I'll go over it more in a video later on down the line. Once we get close to 100 subscribers, or right at 100 subscribers, I'm gonna do a giveaway for you guys. So between now and then, I'll be going over how to do the giveaway, what the giveaway is gonna be, and how to win the giveaway. But until then, just sit back, relax, and hopefully watch a few of my videos, have fun, and hopefully get out there and you guys get on some good bass, and hopefully have just a great time overall. And like always, tight lines, everybody.